In this fourth video in our basic series on Polarion test management, we'll look at how to execute a manual test run, logging the results of test steps, results of test cases, and results of the test run. If you haven't seen part 3 on test runs, you might want to have a look at that before going on with this one. We're going to focus here on manual testing as it's a very common activity in testing and QA teams. In your testing project, open the test run that you're going to execute. With the test run selected in the test runs page, you can see the open status, and the big execute test button is pretty hard to miss. That's how we launch our testing session for this test run. Launching the test run opens all the test cases to be tested in the work item tracker. Select the first test case that you want to execute, and then go down into its detail to the Execute Test section. Click on Start Test Case. This starts the time tracking of the testing session. Note that you can pause and resume the test session anytime. Perform the first test step and log the result. Proceed through all the remaining test steps, doing the same. Finally, you note the overall result of the test case. If any step failed, you can fail the entire test case, and you don't need to go through all the steps if one results in a failure. Now you go on to the next test case. Notice here that this test case depends on the success of the first one. Since that one failed, this test is blocked. So I don't need to execute any steps at all, just mark the overall result of the test case as blocked. After all test cases in the test run have been executed, we go back to the test run and refresh it. And we now see the testing results of the test cases. Since we had a failure, we judge the entire test run failed, and so we mark it that way. The result is immediately visible to the entire team, who will also see the test run updated in the portal activity stream. Scrolling down, we see the test that failed and which test step caused the failure. Everything is linked: the failed test case and the automatically created defect work item, which, if you configure auto assignment, will automatically be assigned to a developer who will automatically be notified. The communication is automatic and immediate, so failures can be addressed in minimum time. We hope this last video in the series on test management basics will get you and your team started using Polarion to execute tests, and that all the bugs you discover will be minor ones. As always, your feedback on our videos is welcome via email or on the form on our video webpage.